Hello. Yes, on this day last year, this channel started broadcasting. This is my first anniversary video of my channel, and I had to do a little video to commemorate the occasion. But unfortunately, I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do for this video. I mean, I did speak to Chris Six Shot Changer over a messaging app the other day and asked him for some advice, and he says, I'll do a competition, and it's like, oh, that's a great idea. The only problem is I haven't really got anything to give away, so sorry about that. Yes, and over the last couple of days I've been hit with misfortune. This is the remains of the strut tower off my car, the offside rear strut top. So basically, shock absorber attaches here. This is bolted to the inner wing, and then the spring and the strut attaches underneath it. And as you can see, it's just rusted to pieces. Yeah, so I was driving to work Thursday morning, and there was some funny noises coming from the offside rear corner. And when I got to work, I had a look, and the shock absorber just pulled right through. Ripped out of the upper mounting, and I had to sort of limp the car home at the end from work at the end of the day. And then it was a case of where can I get the bits? Phoned up a local motor factor, a motor factor place called Lemico, and fortunately they don't stock the part. Went to Mazda because I drive a Mazda 323. Went to the Mazda dealership. They rang me back, and this bit, when it's complete and original, £115.47 each. So I thought, okay, I'll get back to you. So when I finally got home, onto eBay, and unfortunately, looking through eBay, there was plenty of similar looking parts for sale for about 30 odd quid, but I couldn't actually find many original style parts for my car. And when you look at a part that you think might be suitable, and then you click on the list of compatible vehicles, it fits. Unfortunately, my car wasn't on that list. Lots of other models of 323, just not my one. And when I did find some original parts, guess what? Buy it now, £114. They're virtually exactly the same price as the price had been quoted me from Mazda. So yeah, I had to bite the bullet. I had to order the bits from Mazda, and because it being a bank holiday weekend, it's going to take a few extra days to get the bits. So I've been without a car for the last 4 days. Well, last 5-6 days. It went on Thursday. It's now Tuesday the 26th, and I've been without a car this weekend, and it's been a complete nightmare, to be honest. I was planning to do my monthly Coventry toy hunt. Haven't been able to do that. I mean, I wasn't able to do it on the Friday when I was supposed to do it because I had to go back into work Friday evening to do some overtime. I had to get a lift off a guy who works at the same place. I had to get a lift off him, and I'm going to have to get lifts off him this next week until I get me bits and my car fixed. So yeah, it's not been that much fun for me the last couple of days. It's been an absolute nightmare. I did actually go to a car boot sale on Sunday, mind. I'm not going to go into too many details because when I do my end of month haul, you'll see what I picked up at the car boot sale. But basically, needless to say, without a car, dug out my dad's old bike, old push bike that he had. I had to pump up the tyres and do a bit of maintenance to it. And the CJ car boot sale is about 3 miles away from where I live, and mostly uphill. So I had to ride a push bike for the first time in anger for like 18-20 years, which was an experience. But I did manage to pick some things up at the car boot sale, so the trip was worth it. And obviously, when I do my end of month toy haul next Sunday, on Sunday you will see what I picked up. So yeah, it's been pretty crappy past couple of days. I've been sat around twiddling my thumbs. Not really much work I can do on the car because I haven't got the bits. I've done a bit of remedial work, getting it ready for when I get the bits so I can just bang them straight on. But yeah, I've been kind of snookered. So what I wanted to do was this toy haul that I was going to do. I had this idea that I was going to film it, do like a Moobit Media style car vlog where I drive over to Coventry and do the toy haul and film it properly. But as I didn't have no car, I couldn't do the toy haul, so that put paid to that idea. So yeah, here I am, first anniversary of my channel. I ain't got a Scooby on what I'm going to do. Really haven't. What I have done today is, obviously certain people have noted that I missed a list. I like doing lists of my Transformer collection, because since I started doing my Transformer collecting, I realised that I've had collecting habits in the past, but because I was starting a new collection, I could keep close tabs on what I bought, how much I paid for it, where I bought it from, and all sorts of stuff like that. So I've been keeping records of my Transformer collecting habit, and it's got out of control, because I have got on this phone, I've got dozens of lists listed all manner of facets of my Transformer collecting habit. I mean, Windows Office, let's have a look, TF15 to 2015 candidate list. Let's go down, Auto Assembly Hall, Auto Assembly info for hotel booking and stuff this year. What else we got? Other miscellaneous Transformer items that I've bought, like DVDs and T-shirts and stuff. Then we got Rollout Roll Call Haul from 2014, third party product list, Transformers comic list, total spend, Transformers I've bought online from web shops, car boot hauls, collection doc, which is the one which I list all my entire Transformer collection. Transformers from other collections, they're Transformers I've bought from other collectors like Tom Owen and John Garringer. G1 Skywarp. My G1 Skywarp that picked up at a car boot sale. I've been picking up bits, doing him up, and thanks to the Juice 84, Ben, who supplied me with a couple of bits, so I'm going to have to repay the favour at some point. He's almost finished. I just need 2 missiles and some repro labels and he'll be done. Transformers Grail list, NEC toy hauls, and yeah, and I've got some other lists on it as well. If I can get out of that and go into no, don't want that. Got my notes, TF candidate list, bot buying strategy. I keep a running record of my bot buying activity over 3 monthly periods. Bot buying strategy, end of year bot prediction from last year, auto assembly ticket hotel information. So yeah, apps, bunches and bunches and bunches of lists. So I missed a list. I just do lists. And what I've done today is I've gone through my entire video collection on YouTube, because obviously this is the first anniversary video, so I thought I'd do some facts and figures on my channel. And so I listed down the timings for all the videos, and I've added them up. Now I've done 87 videos over the last 12 months. Total combined run time, 21 hours, 32 minutes and 38 seconds, and that's a monthly average of about 1 hour, 47 minutes and 43 seconds. And something that I meant to add to my last video about, no, not the YouTuber made me do it, but the video where I did about how I became a Transformer collector, the first anniversary of me becoming a Transformer collector. I didn't mention, or I failed to mention, the amount of bots I've bought and how much money I've spent in the last 12 months. So that is 229 bots plus 6 other Transformer-y toys that don't get listed, things like armour sets, third-party armour sets, like Mebsuta and City Commander. They don't get a bot number because they're armour sets. On their own, they don't form a robot, so they don't get a thing. Things like Target Masters and like Spoil Sports, and then I've got them little bots that came with Swerve and Cosmos, I don't give them numbers. They're not on the list. And my titanium Soundwave that I picked up recently, which we all see on the end of the month. He's got a little mini laser beak inside. You know, it's so yeah. So 229 proper bots and 6 not so proper bots, and the total spent over the last 12 months £3,110.50. So how many people can say exactly how much money they've spent on their Transformer collecting habit over the last 12 months? So yeah, there we go. A few little facts and figures about my channel and me and my collecting habit. But the one thing I did think about doing for this video is I need to do a review, but what? And then I look back at the videos I did when I first started this channel 12 months ago, and I kicked it off with the Age of Extinction Constructbot Dinobots. And obviously I did Grimlock, Strafe and Slug, and then I got the Dino Rider figures to go with them, which I reviewed, was my 4th review. So, I've decided, as a little bit of an anniversary to my first review, I'm going to review this next figure, another Constructbot Dinobot. But first, let's put my reviewing hat on. There we go, that's better. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you Constructbot Dinobot Slash. Now, obviously I've got all 5 of the Age of Extinction Constructbot Dinobots now. The last 2 I had to get from Big Bad Toy Store in America because they weren't available in the UK, but I do understand now that these guys have now arrived in the UK and are being sold off on the cheap because Mr. Paul Pooh saw some at his local supermarket and managed to pick up a bunch of them, including Age of Extinction Constructbot Scorn. I have got Scorn. Unfortunately, Scorn doesn't do it for me. As big a fan as I am of Scorn, his Constructbot just isn't that great. This guy, on the other hand, is actually rather good. Now, I've got all 3 versions of the Age of Extinction Slash. That's the deluxe toy. I've actually got 2 deluxe Slashes. I've got one in its original colours and one that I modified and did a custom repaint on to look more movie accurate, even though Slash didn't actually appear in the movie. He got chopped out the last minute. And I've got the one-step changer toy, which I think is better looking than the deluxe. Because the thing about the deluxe, I mean, you've got the same colour scheme as what's going on here. You've got this like limey yellow colour and this bright sort of bluish teal colour, and it just does not suit it. But the deluxe toy has got all these frills and spikes sticking out all over the place, and it just looks ridiculous, especially in robot mode, because he's got that almost like that grass skirt thing going on with the yellow frills around his waist. But this guy, the colour palette actually works. You've got the basic Constructbot skeleton, which is the same for all the Constructbots, only it's just moulded in different coloured plastic. In this case, it's moulded in the this bright sort of fluorescent sort of yellow colour. And then you have the armour pieces, which are unique to each character. They are moulded separately, and they each have a distinct design that is unique to each character. And Slash is no exception. He's got his dino chunk on the back, which is basically made up of his head and the gimmick. Because they've got the gimmick, they've got this gear in here, which when you turn it, it does the gimmick. And in Slash's case, he's got these slashing claws that dance up and down. Now, as good as Slash's gimmick is, I think it's a bit stupid because you look how close it is to the size of it, how close they are to the size of his head, and he's like he's doing this. You know, he's really, they're just too close to his head. I mean, how's he going to slash anything when they're right next to his mouth? I mean, you bite and the claws should be further down here, surely. But being a construction toy, you can modify it. And that's what I like to do with mine. And because I'm not too pleased with the position of these, you can pop them off like so. And I like to put them on these peg joints on the old bingo wings. These shoulder pieces that stick out. I mean, Grimlock's got the same problem. He's got these big shoulder pieces that stick outside of his dino mode and look stupid. But in Slash's case, you can actually make use of them. You can take the claws and stick them on the end like that. And of course you do it to the other side as well. Unclip it and clip it into that place. So now he's got his claws much wider out, you know, ready to slash stuff. So you've got the mouth in the middle and the claws either side. Now you can angle the claws because they're on these little peg points which are like hexagonal. So you can angle them in and out. But when we go into robot mode, you'll see putting these on here gives him an extra aesthetic that looks quite interesting. Anyway, that's the dino mode. I like to have the legs posed like this. You put the upper legs forward and then you sort of move the lower legs back, and he balances quite well, and it gives him a slightly more squat, dino appearance, like a proper raptor. It's got a nice jaw. Again, it's on some sort of like a semi-ratchet thing. Very wide open gape, just like a raptor should have. It's got a bit of a spiky frill on here. He hasn't got so many spikes on as the deluxe toy. He's got a few there, and he's got some on his tail. But apart from that, not much. Another thing about the Age of Extinction Dinobots is the Dino Riders. You get the little figures that clip on the back. In this case, his Dino Rider is Hound. Where does that clip in? There it goes. So yeah. And he clips on there, and there he is. Hound riding away on the back of a giant robotic dinosaur. But yeah, this review isn't about him. 118118. It's about this guy. So, it's a transforming toy and it's a construction toy. So to transform this, you don't need to take anything off to transform these. Not like them Creos where you have to take it apart and then rebuild it as a robot. These ones you can actually transform. All the joints are on rubberized ball joints, so you just got to move a few things around and there you have it, a robot. First you start by taking the tail off, which just clips into this little peg on the back. Now, I have had a problem with this. I don't know whether you can see, but just here, it's starting to stress. The plastic on it is starting to stress on this joint here, and it because it's plugs in here, and it's got that joint, and it's getting loose because oh, there you go. I've just broken it. Oh, I'll have to fix that later. So yeah, I've just bust it. So let me. So yeah, that is a stress point on this particular toy, so be aware of that. So, the legs. First things first, got to turn the feet round 180 degrees and pop the claws down. You then straighten the legs out. And there we go. Obviously his head's already out because it's just tucked underneath his chin. You unplug the arms from the side of the dino chunk, bring them forward a bit, straighten the fists out. Now you see here, by putting the dino arms on the shoulders, you can move them into certain angles, and it gives him these things coming off his shoulder. And of course the final part of the transformation, you unpeg the dino chunk and then bring it down. Now it's got the same problem as Grimlock. Because of the gimmick gear in his back, it sticks out like a big old backpack. You can remove the gear and it will sit a lot flusher, but not really much point to that. So there we go, Slash in his robot mode. And he's got a really cool head sculpt, very sort of mean. He's got this grimace going on, really angry grimace with spiky teeth. And then the sword, because of the angle of the handle, you can only have it as kind of like a gun, I suppose. Just sticks in his arm like that, which looks kind of silly. But there he is. Again, articulation, it's all rubberized ball joints. They do sometimes pop off when you're moving them about, but it pretty much goes anywhere you want to stick the limbs. So they are quite poseable. No waist joint, but just about everything else is on a ball joint. And my little extra thing, by putting these bits on his shoulders, gives him that extra aesthetic of the spiky claws coming off his shoulders, which I quite like. So there you go. There he is. Age of Extinction Construct Bot Slash. He's quite good. I like him. And actually I would go so far as to say he's probably my favourite out of the 5 Construct Bot Dinobots that they did for the Age of Extinction movie. The colour palette actually suits him, unlike his other toys. And with a little bit of alteration, you can actually make his dino mode look something like what it's supposed to, unlike some of the others. So yeah, that is my little review of ConstructBot Dinobot Slash. A little commemorative review after the first reviews that I did on this channel 1 year ago today, where I reviewed the other first 3 ConstructBot Dinobots. So yeah, that's it. Been a really crap couple of days. Car suspension bloody falling to bits and been off the road, not being able to get out. It's been a nightmare, to be honest. It really has. The worst of it is that this morning when I woke up, I for some reason I went on my phone and had a scan through eBay again looking for parts, and I noticed that some of the items that I'd looked at on Thursday but hadn't gone into, some suspension components, some KYB parts, where they'd used a stock picture on the auction item of some generic suspension components which weren't necessarily the ones for my car. But when I took the part number and cross-referenced it on another search engine, like I used the Bing search engine, put the part number in it and got some pictures up of the actual parts, and turns out they're the correct parts for my car, and they're only £33. Buy it now with free postage and 48-hour courier delivery, instead of 115 quid from Mazda dealership, which take about a week to arrive. So I just shot myself in the head with that one. I just totally overlooked them, didn't notice them, but now I'm committed to buying these Mazda parts, and the amount of money I'm going to lose on this deal is, wow, 160 odd quid. And if I got my car on the road, because I'm supposed to be doing some overtime tomorrow night, which would have been another 4 to 6 hours overtime, which would have been 40 to 60 quid. So I've lost that as well. So you could say this little episode's cost me over 200 quid. So there you go. I'm sick as a parrot and absolutely gutted, but can't be helped. Needless to say, I won't be buying it and making any more big bot buys this month. I was planning on getting pre-ordering Toy World Dinobot Core Lock. You know, they're not Grimlock, for their the Toy World Dino Combiner team. I want him, and I've been meaning to pre-order him this month, but I haven't got around to it. And of course, now I've had to shell out for this expensive repair on my car again. I've had to put that back probably till next month, but fortunately this month has only got a couple more days left to it, and I have managed to pick up a few bots this month, even though I've actually spent a fraction of the money I would normally spend on Transformers this month. So I will you will see that on Sunday when I do my end of month haul. But for now, that's it for this video. If you're a subscriber of mine or a regular viewer of my videos, I thank you very much for coming to my channel, and hopefully I will continue to put out some videos to keep you guys entertained over the next year of my channel's operations. So from me to you, I thank you. Goodbye.